This is 5 on your side at 6. Focused on you.
My dean said that I could finish out the semester teaching via Zoom, but other professors have been told that they are not allowed to even do that.
6 faculty members at Washington University and 23 students say they are barred from campus after protests on Saturday. Now, police are preparing for a new round of protests tomorrow at St. Louis University. Good evening. Thank you for being with us. I'm Ann Allred.
And I'm Mike Bush. At a news conference just a few hours ago, students and professors who face discipline called Washington University's police response brutal and aggressive. 5 on your side's Mark Maxwell joins us now from outside Washington University campus. Mark.
Mike, city police and St. Louis University officials are coordinating now ahead of protests planned for SLU tomorrow night. But students and professors who protested at WashU on Saturday demanding that the university sever its ties with Boeing, both financial ties and operational ties. They plan to move their protest across town to SLU. And unlike those demonstrations on Saturday, which occurred mostly within the city of Clayton and St. Louis County, tomorrow night's events will play out entirely within city limits. Mayor Jones' office tells us her staff remains, quote, firmly supportive of the right to peaceful protest. Chief Tracy told us, quote, the department is determined to protect the safety and security of all individuals expressing their First Amendment right to assemble and engage in nonviolent protest. Tracy says they're aware of this protest plan for tomorrow and, quote, will be available to assist in ensuring the safety and security of all parties involved. But Board of Aldermen President Megan Green, who was suspended and barred from campus, criticized the decision to use police resources in this manner.
Should Mayor Jones tell the police to stand down?
Absolutely. I think our expectation should be that tomorrow's protest at St. Louis University take the same form as Occupy SLU back in 2014, where there is not police presence and instead the university chooses to engage in productive dialogue with their students.
One 65-year-old professor who teaches at SIUE across the state line was injured as he was arrested in Saturday's protest. He sent a letter from the hospital where he claims he has broken ribs. I asked city officials who were involved in this protest, if you're concerned about the safety of these students, would you offer them the instruction to disperse when police say that gathering is no longer a legal one? They would not. In fact, Alderwoman Alicia Saunier said she expects leaders to allow youth to use their voices. One last update, campus police still have not yet at this time referred any criminal charges to prosecutors after Saturday's events. Live outside the campus of Washington University, Mark Maxwell, 5 on your side.
And our team coverage of the campus protest continues with the Jewish community at Washington University. 5 on your side's Megan Kernan checked in with students and staff to see how they're being supported. Megan?
Mike, 2 religious organizations near campus have become an outlet for many Jewish students looking for safety and comfort during this difficult time.
I don't feel scared to walk around campus or anything, but you know, when I heard about the protests that happened a few days ago, I definitely did not want to go near campus because that was definitely really scary to hear about.
The recent protests on Washington University's campus sparked some fear among some students.
The day that it happened, a lot of people did come to Chabad just to kind of spend time with one another.
Many Jewish students, including Miriam Yankovich, have found their safe place at Chabad and Hillel, 2 of the biggest Jewish organizations near campus.
There are nearly 2,000 Jewish students on campus, which is a huge population of the school. And they know that, I hope all of them know that Hillel is open for them when they need a safe place.
Jordan Kadosh is with the Anti-Defamation League, Heartland. He says anti-Semitic incidents have increased dramatically this past year.
In Missouri, they quadrupled, more than quadrupled. In Illinois, they're up almost 97%. It's really just been a lot.
That's why Rena Gersten, who works at Hillel, says they also provide emotional support, especially for students dealing with a lot on their plate.
I've had so many students come and rant to me about everything, not just Israel protests related, but also it's finals week. It's a hard week to be a college student in general. So with all of those stressors kind of building up, and then kind of help them relax.
Yankovich says she knows that support will always be there.
It's been really, really great to see, the Jewish community just supporting one another and really being there for one another.
Many students are also dealing with the stress of graduation. Today we learned Washington University is making a few changes for commencement next month. Both the Arts and Sciences undergraduate ceremony and the university-wide commencement ceremony will require tickets to enter.
Megan, thanks. For more information about the Washington University protest from all angles, just text the word protest to 314-425-5355.
Now to an update on the Thomas Kinworthy murder trial. He is the man accused of murdering St. Louis police officer Tamaris Bohannon in August of 2020. Today, on the 7th day of testimony, the jury heard from Kinworthy's ex-wife. Our Christine Byers reports from outside of the courthouse in downtown St. Louis.
Amy Kinworthy's testimony today was for the defense. They're trying to say Thomas Kinworthy should be found not guilty by reason of mental defect. And today, Amy Kinworthy told jurors that he would never apologize for anything he ever did to her, including domestic violence incidents, because he didn't remember them. Kinworthy is also accused of shooting a homeless man and wounding another officer in August of 2020 in the Tower Grove South neighborhood. He barricaded himself in a stranger's home for 12 hours after allegedly firing at officers. Today, his wife told jurors he called her on speakerphone and FaceTime. She said he appeared white as a ghost, his eyes were darting around the room, and she could barely make sense of what he was saying. Then she says he asked to talk to his then 6-year-old daughter.
Him and my daughter's thing together is the Lord's Prayer, and saying that that's their ritual, that's what they do. So he and my daughter started saying the Lord's ritual like he was saying his goodbyes.
The defense rested its case today, and the state began calling its rebuttal witnesses. This trial is scheduled to last through Friday. In downtown St. Louis, Christine Byers, 5 on your side.
Tonight, there's exciting news happening in North St. Louis City. The Urban League in St. Louis unveiled a brand new facility to help solve our region's food crisis. Our Justina Cornell joins us live from the site. Justina.
Well, Mike, this is the first and only Urban League in the entire country to have a greenhouse and hydroponic farm at its headquarters. Now, right now, we're inside a container. It's called Fresh Harvest 365, and they're growing fresh veggies inside.
We also have some amazing basil.
Farming of the future.
We are able to grow probably what would be the equivalent of a couple of acres.
Vegetables found a home inside these containers. Fresh Harvest 365 is now a part of the newest farming initiative at Urban League headquarters. The project is called George Washington Carver Urban Farming.
We utilize this as an education extension to get more engagement from the community.
Overall, it can grow roughly 3 to 5 acres, and it'll be used to fill a gap.
We also utilize this to help work with food deserts.
Also on site is the greenhouse.
We're using a very high-tech gardening, vertical garden.
Vested Urban Farms is a commercial farmer, but will still work with a nonprofit.
If the Urban League chooses to do a farm market across the street, then we'll participate.
And they'll encourage people to purchase towers of their own.
One of the things that we'll be doing is nutrition training.
Just a few minutes away is another garden.
We need as many people in this space doing this work.
Gabby Cole is with the organization Fit and Food Connection.
You should be able to, walk up the street or drive up the street to a grocery store that has quality food.
The group is already trying to improve food desert areas in North City and County. Cole said food deserts impact low-income individuals even more because they don't have reliable transportation often, and this causes them to rely on fast food options and convenience stores. All of these groups hope to plant a seed to educate and empower.
Bringing a community garden in North City to combat food insecurity and chronic disease is just ideal.
Now, speaking of food deserts, there are several grocery stores nearby, but if you don't have transportation, then you would have to walk. Now, the closest grocery store to walk to is about 17 minutes. The next one is 30 minutes walking distance. Reporting live, Justina Cornell, 5 on your side.
Coming up, a warning from the Department of Health and Senior Services, the products you should avoid.
A St. Louis favorite is back in business just days after a car crashes into its building.
You're on the first team tracking rain chances. A small chance overnight tonight, but we're watching later Thursday night into very early Friday for more substantial widespread rain. We'll time it out.